I'll be representing the orange team in car number 9. Drew is on the losing blue team in car number 1. We'll be doing best of 5, or the last car running wins.
This is real soccer, son. May the best Japanese car win.
Another season, another star-studded lineup for Jay's show. Tiffany Haddish, Kelly Clarkson, Ashton Kutcher, and there will be more. Jay Leno's here live from his garage. Jay, they tell me that large soccer ball was filled with propane, but it looks like your hair didn't frazzle there.
Well, it's a propane tank, but it's not filled with propane. We're not that stupid, please. I was enjoying your piece on the Latino entrepreneurs, and it reminded me when I was a kid, my grandfather had a clipping that he had saved from the 1920s about Italians, too many Italians coming to America. And some senator said, if Italians continue to come to America at this rate, in 50 years, our children will all be eating pizza for dinner. I just thought that was the greatest thing I ever read.
I hear you spent some time with James Corden. And any carpool karaoke?
No, we didn't do carpool karaoke, surprisingly, no. But he had a dream car, which was a Jaguar XK. So we track run down. We got him to drive that. That's kind of what the show is. We try to find the car. Maybe you had your first kiss in. Maybe your dad took you for ice cream. Whatever it might be. It's not so much the technical aspects of the automobile, but the social implications. You know, how did it change your life? What was it like the first time you got to drive? Where did you go? And everybody has some kind of car story, you know?
Yeah.
And when you don't bust celebrities about their cocaine arrest or their divorce, they open up right away.
6th season, some familiar faces, and I hear some new ones. Who you got?
Oh, Ashton Kutcher, you mentioned Sebastian Maniscalco, Kevin Bacon's on. Offset was great, Cedric the Entertainer, Rick Ross. It's really fun because, I find once you take politics out of the mix, everybody gets along pretty good. People from all different walks of life, as long as you're not discussing politics. Remember how nice Thanksgiving dinners used to be? Well, it's kind of like that. If you don't bring up politics, people hit it off like a house on fire.
Do you get involved in this production? I mean, are you just kind of reading the words and letting the production crew do this, or are you into this production?
Well, there's no written words. It's all ad lib. We don't really know what we're going to say or what we're going to talk about. I just promise the celebrities I'm not interested in their career or their personal life. Thank you. And right away, then all the nervousness drops, and then they know you're just there to have fun and have a good time. And it's kind of cool because celebrities are calling us now saying, hey, I'd like to be on the show. Cool. I saw Jerry Seinfeld on. He looked like he had a good time. Oh, cool. Well, come on. In fact, I'm thinking of a particular newsman I'd love to have on the program.
Well, I'm down. I've got a Tesla that I'll bring out there. It'll be boring to you, but I like it. I wanted to ask you about the Bolt.
Okay, no, I've got.
There's a long... The Bolt. I don't know if you heard the story about the Chevy Bolt. They're now telling people you got to park 50 feet away from another car only on the top. They're worried it's going to catch on fire. Is this a setback for EV?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a setback for EV. I don't know how many have actually caught fire. I mean, when you look at how many gasoline car fires there have been, you just sort of take it for granted. Cars go through an intersection and they hit and the cars explode and the fire department shows up. I think it's less. I mean, the advantage, if there is one, to an EV fire is it doesn't blow up. You're in it, you smell something, there's smoke, and then it catches. It doesn't go up in a ball the way a gasoline car would. That's not to say it's not dangerous, and hopefully they'll fix the problem. I mean, Tesla sells over 500,000 cars a year, and I think there was maybe 2 fires or something in that time, and you don't really know the circumstances. So, the last days of old technology are always better than the first days of new technology. Mm-hmm. But we're beyond the first days of new technology. I mean, the electric car is here to stay. I predict a child born today will probably drive in a gasoline-powered car about as often as you would drive in a car with a stick shift now. They'll still be around. They just won't be that prevalent.
Before we go, Jay, I wanted to ask you about the late, great Norm Macdonald. I know he was on your show, and I've wondered if you had any thoughts.
He was a great friend. He was like, I used to call him the Bob Dylan of comedy because he was like a lyricist. Everybody else had jokes, but he had a lyrical way of talking. He had funny expressions. He used words nobody else. You know, I remember he would say, "Hey, Jay, you ever see those wiener dogs, Jay? You know those little wiener dogs?" And every time he said wiener, you just laughed because he said it in such an unusual way. He had a different kind of phraseology. Truly one of the most underrated performers of all time. I can remember Don Ohlmeyer, the president of NBC, coming down and screaming at me, "Tell your friend Norm Macdonald to stop doing those O.J. jokes," because that was his. I think that's what kind of doomed him. He got fired from Saturday Night Live for constantly pounding on A.J. And Don Ohlmeyer was a friend of O.J. Simpson, and well, you saw what happened there.
Yeah, that didn't end well. Jay, I'm going to take you up.
Oh, one of the great comics.
I'll come out and visit for sure. You get to ride with Jay Leno. Who turns that down?
We'd love to have you on the show. Give it a shot.
All right. Jay Leno will be watching. Season premiere, Jay Leno's Garage, next Wednesday night, 10 Eastern, CNBC.